Well, welcome everyone. Hello, welcome to make sure I'm up on that. Didn't post it. I don't know why it doesn't do that. There we go. Day 22. I am Lene, intuitive transformational coach, growth junkie coaching. We are on day 22 of our 30-day of uh, this transformational journey that I'm doing with you to invite you into. We're getting close. On January 9th, I start energetic mastery to master your own life, not anybody else's, but yours. Topic for today is kind of funny, and I do not, let me put a disclaimer on this. I am, when it comes to science and neuroscience and all that, that's just not my thing. But what is my thing is that I don't I don't need to understand how it all works. I just know it does. Like I just can perceive that energy. But I said something funny to Max the other day and I was like, "Oh my god, I think my RAS is going to explode." And he looked at me and he's like, "What's your RAS? What's a RAS?" So, let me just make sure I'm up and running. Okay, cool. So your RAS, how is your RAS today? It's your reticular activating system. You may have heard about your RAS and you may have not heard about your RAS, but it's neuroanatomy. I mean, it's neuroscience stuff. Um, it's back here, that top of your spine right here. I think it's a couple inches long. It's kind of the gatekeeper. It's where it's where information comes from. Okay. So my human design is a pure manifestor generator. So I am, for me, constantly thinking. My brain, I have learned how to truly master it to a place of um, what's rotating in here. But for so many years, it was just, I used to always say my head was out to kill me. I mean, I know that sounds drastic, but coming from where I used to be in my life and before recovery, I really thought that my thoughts were out to kill me, that my head, the committee in here, we call it in program, the committee. So today I have a lot more understanding. So I want to introduce to your RAS, if you've never even heard of that. I was introduced to that probably, I don't know, at least 15 years ago in Mary Kay Cosmetics. I've been Mary Kay. I was a top sales director for over 20 years. And we had a top sales director who was also a scientist. So she came in and talked about the reticulating activating system. Now, this was like way before. But so like today we talk so much more. There's so much more space to talk about energy and the body and all of that. But when that came in, I was like, what you're talking about, girlfriend up there. I mean, I can remember her talking. I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I don't understand it from a science standpoint, but I know what you're talking about with information. So what reticulating the activating system does, in a little teeny nutshell of my thing, is there is so much information coming to us in every second. It actually has a certain amount of numbers. They have like actually how much is coming in to actually how much your RAS actually allows to come in. Okay. So sometimes I feel like my head is going to blow up because there is so much. I get very overstimulated. I get super excited. There's so much. I just want to do everything. I want to create everything. I want to make everything happen. And your RAS is actually something that you could be connected to and have some connection with because it is part of your body. It is part of your life. Are you using it to create with? Are you using it, parts of you, energetic mastery at its finest of like, this is part of you, and what are you allowing in? That's the best way. I literally am so sensitive to it when my RAS wants to explode. I get this, don't think I'm weird, but if you're an energetic person, you get it. And it literally, I can feel it. And so I just kind of have to like ground and like push things out and use all of my energetic mastery tools. But Like, for example, we were talking about the new energy, doing an energy board. We're going to be doing that in Energetic Mastery, the 6-week container with me. And in that 6-week course live, we're going to be 6 weeks of calls. You also get 2 each month, 30-minute calls with me. Well, we're going to actually go in with you individually and take a look at whatever it is that needs to be cleared energetically. I will do the clearings on that with you, and then we'll clear it, and then we'll take a look at what's next, what's your next step from the energetic standpoint. So we were talking about your energy board. So that's the part I was talking about, is that sometimes we create these boards, vision boards, goal posters, but we're not in alignment with what the heck it is that we're putting on our board. Okay, there's a lot of pieces to this, and I'm only going to do it in a few minutes here. But if you are not energetically aligned with what it is that you're putting on the board, the thing, it's not going to come through. It's not going to come to you with ease. Okay. And then what will happen is then you put this thing, what we call time, on everything. And because it hasn't shown up in the certain amount of time that you've decided it's going to, you give up. Okay. That's a whole nother business strategy that I work with myself and with people, is just because I've decided this is when it's supposed to happen. That's a place where people really mess themselves up energetically. Okay. So let me bring this into, is your RAS going to explode? So if we are on autopilot, they say scientifically, 95% of the time we are on autopilot. Our thoughts are on automatic. Okay. And then another layer to it is, it's really important that we get in there and start asking, are those thoughts even yours? That's really where I start. That's really where I work a lot on myself and with clients. It's like your points of view, your thoughts, your beliefs, all of that is not, they're not yours until you've actually chose them in the present time and as future you of what it is that you want to create. So I've talked about 15 different subjects here, but in regards to, for your awareness today, and for you to walk away with something from this call today, it's like, are you using that part of you, to master your energetics? What are the thoughts that you are using so that the reticulating system finds it out there? You know, when you, it's like, put it simply this way, you know, what's the saying? Like, you think of a Volkswagen, a certain type of car, and all of a sudden you see that car everywhere. That's how that works, very simply. Okay. You have now put the information in. The RAS has filtered out all of this stuff. It only allows so much to come in. So if you are only filling yourself, let's just put it this way, with negative shit, like I have a saying that underneath the pile of shit is the pony called you. So if your pile is nothing but the lower harmonics of drama, trauma, fear, shame, blame, all of this, you're razzing it up, baby. It's all coming in, and that's all you're bringing back into your world. So we want to clear that. We want to clean that out, if that's the way. I want to energetically clear it with you, teach you how to do that, so that what your thoughts are actually yours for the life and living and business that you actually desire. And in order to do that, we actually have to have some clarity on what that is. And that's where the true alignment comes into. Are you aligning your thoughts from the past, the present, or into your next identity, into the future version of you? So with that, I'm not sure how long I've talked. I know that my hands have done a lot of this during the call, but my RAS is not going to explode. But when I get that way, I just like, I breathe, and it's like, okay, cool. Who's running me right now? Like, is it all the data information? You know, I hear a lot of times what's the saying? I said it to my mom, and she had no idea what I was talking. Oh, my bandwidth. That's like a new word. I don't have any more bandwidth left. It's a perfect explanation of mastering your energy. The bandwidth of information that's coming in, social, all of that, that's when I feel like my RAS is going to explode, because there's so much coming in that I get overstimulated. Then what I do is my body shuts down. So I've had to learn how to work with that. So there was a lot there, as I always deliver in my very short calls here, is like, but what are you doing with your RAS? And if you want to continue to learn, expand, work more on that, because that's how we set our targets, is all of that. That's just true energetic mastery, and so much more. So there we go. So what are your thoughts? Are they yours? Are you aligned with them? Your RAS goes to work. It starts to pull that into your life. And once you pull it in, what do you do with it? Where do we go? There's just so many fabulous steps. And I am a master at that. And would love to share with you those complete steps to set up for the next 6 weeks. So otherwise, there you go. And it's 2 days before Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, it's the 23rd, 24th, and the 25th. And that's it. Have the beautiful rest of your, what day is it? It's Saturday. Alrighty. And again, please, if you have listened, please do a replay, a comment, because I am hearing from people all over the place, literally, like in messages of, I listened to your recording here, there. I love to hear that you did, because I love to hear that. Alrighty. See you guys tomorrow.